Hello gamers, Agafor here and welcome back to H1Z1 Basics. In the last episode we learned how to navigate effectively in H1Z1, which I would recommend checking out first. In this episode however, we're going to look at what I think is the most reliable method of starting out in H1Z1. By the end of this step-by-step guide, you will not only learn how to survive, but how to thrive in H1Z1 and without eating a single damn berry either. Upon spawning into the world, shred your shirt and move items into your belt, then shred your pants and unpack your gauze for quicker access if you start bleeding. Now go to the Discovery tab and click the cloth scraps in your inventory to add them to one of the Discovery slots and click Discover. This will teach you the satchel recipe, which you can find in your crafting tab now. Select the satchel recipe and click Craft to craft a satchel, which will auto-equip to your backpack slot and use up 6 cloth scraps. You will need the rest of these cloth scraps later. Now head to the nearest forest where these bushes and these bushes are commonly found. Spam E while running through them to collect wooden sticks. Collect roughly 20 wooden sticks. Go back to the discovery window and add cloth scraps and wooden sticks to discover the bow. Now add wooden sticks on their own to discover arrows. Craft the makeshift bow and craft arrows until you have 3 wooden sticks left in your inventory. We will need these 3 wooden sticks later. Before we go any further, we need to figure out exactly where we are, so type /LOC to get your coordinates up and open your favourite map. Once we find out where we are, we want to head to the nearest campsite, which is shown on the map with this tent icon. While running to the nearest campsite, pick up 5 blackberries from bushes like this. We will need these 5 blackberries later. We're heading to a campsite because they're one of the least looted places to pick up scrap metal at the moment. In total we need 2 scrap metal ore, 1 scrap metal and a machete or axe. You can find scrap metal by looting cars like this or looting the tables you find around most campsites. These tables are also really good for finding food to keep you going and water bottles. We will need at least 1 water bottle during this guide. If you've fully looted a campsite and still haven't found anything, check your map and run to the next one. Repeat this process. On the way, check these little campfires for additional loot. I found axes, crowbars and many other great items here. Always be on the lookout for these little gems. Alternatively, if you find a crowbar, you can hit cars with it to collect the needed scrap metal for this guide. Now, as a bonus tip, if you really are struggling with finding scrap metal, go to these 3 locations that I've marked on the map. 2 are campsites that are rarely looted, and 1 is a bridge stuffed with cars. Every time I go to this bridge, I've found at least 1 useful item. Anyway, once you find your 2 scrap metal and water bottle, or 1 scrap metal, an axe or machete and a water bottle, we're ready to take the next step, which is setting up a temporary base. If you have an empty water bottle, you can fill it up at a river, a well, or standing in the rain. Now, ultimately, it's your choice where you set up camp, but I would recommend setting one up a few hundred meters from a water source inside a forest. When you do get to your desired location, place the scrap metal and wooden stick inside your discovery window to learn the axe recipe. If you found an axe or machete, don't craft the axe. Now place the scrap metal on its own in the discovery window to learn how to craft metal shards. Then place metal shards in your discovery window to learn how to craft nails. Craft 1 batch of nails. When you're done with that, it's time to cut down a tree, remembering that your axe or machete loses a fair amount of durability when you hit a tree, so don't use the axe lightly. With the tree felled, open your crafting tab and craft a wooden plank. You should already have this recipe. Then drag the wooden plank, wooden sticks and nails to your discovery window to discover the animal trap. Craft the animal trap, then hide it in a hard to spot location like under a bush. This trap doesn't require any bait, isn't affected by how close you are to it, and takes around 1 to 15 minutes to catch something. While your trap is working its magic, we're going to build a campfire to brighten up our camp. So chop down another tree until you have 2 logs, then craft a campfire, which you should already know, and place it a fair distance away from your animal trap. To light this fire, we need to learn the bow drill recipe, so add another wooden plank, your last remaining stick and last remaining scrap cloth to the discovery window to learn it. Craft the bow drill and click the ignite option when you are near your fire. Now you don't have to look at your fire to light it, and campfires can still be lit in the rain. With your campfire now blazing away, place your bottle of water inside the campfire to purify it. Once purified, add it to your discovery window along with the 5 berries we picked earlier to discover Blackberry Juice. Blackberry Juice restores 10% more water than purified water, and also restores around 20% of your energy to tie you over until you wait for your trap to catch something. If your trap hasn't caught anything yet, make 2 more animal traps while you wait, and place them away from other traps and the campfire, remembering where you place them obviously. By now, your trap should have caught something. Take the meat out, place it in your fire, and marvel at the glorious energy you've just restored. You can now repeat this process over and over until you have a nice amount of meat and water to keep you going. Sadly, however, your campfire won't last forever and will eventually die out and disappear, meaning you will need more axes, machetes or scrap metal to enjoy the easy life with this almost renewable supply of food and water. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.